Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody favorite baby daddy, the voice of the street, man. And today we in Chicago with it, y'all. Now we gonna be telling the story of how a cold case, y'all, that happened in 1970 end up having the Chicago PD drain the river, the Chicago River, where they sent some divers down there to see if they could find this car of a missing couple that has been missing since the 1970s, right? Well, they send the people down there looking for this car, y'all. Not only did they find that car, they found 97 other fucking cars down here, y'all. It's this.
Well, they came to Chicago looking for one car but found 97. Now, that dive team is checking license plates and VIN numbers to find out if their haul could lead to any answers. This mangled Nissan is just one of nearly 100 cars the chaos divers discovered in the Chicago River.
It's not uncommon for us to find vehicles. Heck, that's what we do.
When they started their search at the Richard J. Daley boat launch near 31st and Western last week, they didn't find just one or two vehicles, but they kept combing the water, ultimately logging dozens.
A lot of these are in piles. We have 3 piles that are ranging anywhere from 12 to 19 cars in one spot.
The independent dive team uses sonar technology to solve missing persons and cold cases. Their goal, to bring closure to families.
We are a little bit more interested in those cars that's kind of the one-off where it's just one vehicle by itself, because that's going to be more indicative of an accident or even self-harm or foul play.
In this case, Lindsay Busick says their focus is on the disappearance of Stefania and Edward Andrews, who vanished on May 15, 1970. The Andrews had just attended a cocktail party at the Sheridan, which at the time was on Michigan Avenue. Missing persons reports say they'd both been drinking, but Edward still tried to drive home to Arlington Heights.
And he had actually crashed into the parking garage door, and then it's believed that he went southbound in the northbound lanes leaving the hotel that night, which would have put them going into the Chicago River.
Busick says their yellow 1969 Oldsmobile has yet to surface.
So the fact that their vehicle's never been found, they're usually often in the woods or in the water.
Busick and Chaos Divers founder Jacob Grubbs, along with Derek Longos of Derek's Dive Recovery Service, are sharing their findings with police. So far, they've cleared 75 cars, meaning they are not tied to the Andrews cold case. And from what divers can gather, there are no human remains inside. Now, the car that was pulled from the river today was actually impeding boat traffic. That's why CPD took it out. Chaos divers still have a lot more work to do to clear the rest of the vehicles they found. We're told they will be here through at least this Friday. Reporting live downtown, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.
Now look, all them cars, I won't suspect no foul play, cause some of them, like, they have cars that come up missing. They steal cars and doing things like that, or people just want to get rid of them. So they might dump 10 cars in there, something like that. That's why the lady said you see piles of cars, and she not worrying about those cars. She worrying about the ones that just off by themselves. And another one here, there might be a car that was an accident, or them the ones had foul play. Now, when you think of the Chicago River, you think of the nice river you see floating through downtown Chicago. But that river floats a long fucking way. That river even go all the way to Indiana out there, y'all. So where they digging at, it's not downtown area. It's a boat dock. They call it the Daily Boat Dock, something. And it's over there. They say it was off Western. So they able to pull down there. And so these cars, most of them were drove in there, or they pushed them in there with a tow truck or something, but they pushed them like that. So, but the other guy, they said he might have drove into it. They traced how the scene was in 1970, and they figured he could have drove in there. And they ain't yet to find his car either yet. you know. And they ain't found him yet, you know. They looking for, and this, I guess somebody investigating that case right now, you know, because they be doing them old cases, and they looking for a car that came up missing in 1970, y'all. What I told you, there's no statute of limitation on murder. You know what I mean? There's no statute of limitation on murder. So if they find these people and they got bullet holes in their head, they go try to find out who put them bullet holes in their head. They just want to find the car and the body first, and then they can find out what happened to them. Because I don't think they just looking for them because they think, okay, it's an accident, it's just a missing report. They suspect some foul play, so they really trying to find these people, you know. So anyway, man, it's your boy G Shump, everybody favorite baby daddy, voice of the street, man. I'm gonna punch you now, dig you later. I'm out of here.